friend, it's Pat Sloan here. It is our last block of, what we've got here on the wall, Block Wednesday. I am so excited for this one. It is so fun to always hit the last block because, you know, there's always another quilt along for Block Wednesday, so don't be sad, don't be sad. But before that, I know like a whole bunch of you did not sleep last night because you were wondering if I got this fixed. Yes, this is the this is the Paradise Lanterns, and I flipped the rows. And I know from this point forward, all of the rows will be smooth as glass. Everyone will go together perfectly, right? Send me your good vibes. But it's good. We're all set with that now. It's all set. Okay, my camera arm is very squeaky. I've got to figure that out. Okay, what's the block? Did you guess? Did you wonder what the last thing in the closet might be? Well, I decided to go for a very unique item: wedding dresses and tuxedos. So if you, I hope you love this one because I just thought it would be so perfect to end what's in your closet with a wedding dress. Now I did make my wedding dress. It's not fancy, but I did make it. Let me show you a picture. So there it is. It's kind of married in 1980s, kind of like that prairie look. That was really big with the hat and the beautiful, I had silk flowers made. I didn't make the silk flowers, but they were silk flowers. And then Greg didn't wear a tux because we were very frugal. We had just bought a house. And so we were like, he can have a suit and then he can use that for work. So that's what we did. But we loved it. We had a wonderful, wonderful wedding. But I would love to hear a little bit about your wedding dress or your tuxedo when you share your block. Be sure when you share, be sure to only do that discussion about your dress or your tuxedo when you share your block, because if you do it just randomly, we won't approve it. The group is like 450,000 people almost, and that's too big. People are confused. They don't all watch my videos, so they don't know what's going on, and then you get all this random stuff trying to be shared. So just share your story when you share your block. This is a big 20-inch block, super big, and so I also gave you the 12-inch size. This is the smaller size for those of you doing just 12-inch finished blocks. And then a bonus. I really like this one. I say that a lot, don't I? But this just side by side, and those little corners make those little diamonds, which I think is so precious. I think it would be super fun. That one ends up 60 by 80. Which is, how many blocks did I say? 12 blocks. It's 12 blocks because they're so big. Love big blocks. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm also going to demo a new ruler that I've got in to try my friend Carrie Carr's perfectly clear slotted rulers. So for the half square triangles. So that'll be super fun. Let's see what's going on with the fabric. Here it is. Oh, I'm really excited about this. I love it. Okay, what color? Well, I was thinking I would bring some of this, whatever, there's only, unless I do multiple fabrics, there's really just one fabric and the background. So I was thinking of picking one of the fabrics from here and using it back down here, but not the black. That's so heavy. Well, actually, I could do the black corners. I could do maybe the 4 black corners. But I was looking at the paisley. This is the gold. There's one that's got more silvery on it, the paisley with the browns and the tans. I call it gold. You know, so black on gold would look down here. Here's the silvery one. You know, so that's grays and blues rather than the tans. So I'm thinking of just pulling those same colors, and then maybe I would just add then the black medallion for the 4 corners to do there. Now I could maybe use a fun background, like one of the tans for a background like this, but I think that would totally change the vibe of the quilt. And let me show you what I mean by doing a mock-up. There you can see doing a mock-up like this is your friend. You don't have to cut any fabric. You don't have to spend any time sewing. Your design wall, pins, and big piece of the fabric is the excellent way to try it out. So you see how that changes the vibe? It's no longer, everything has got a light background. Everything, everything, everything. So if I just change one to have a tan background, it's funky. It doesn't really work. So let me just audition without the tan. Oh, first, wait, before I do that, let me just show you. This is just a big piece of fabric. See? I just folded it to approximately the shape. And then I took this other piece of fabric, which is also pretty big, and made it just a rectangle and shoved it in here. There's the pin, see? Pin, pin. And for those of you, I've talked about my design wall before, but this is some wall board. You can see the edge. So it's something like insulation board, so it's got, you know, you can push the pins into it. This is flannel, a nice quality flannel. It was spray glued onto here. Then these are actually bolted to the wall. You could, it's got dust. Don't look. So you could use those panels. It's like it's a panel. So there, you can see up here, it goes from here to here, and then there's a line down. And then you see there. So that panel, I used to have these panels sitting in front of bookcases, and they're very light, super light, and you could just move them around. So there's some sort of an insulation board you buy at a hardware store. That's very economical, very easy. My flannel has been spray basted on there for 30 years maybe, and yeah, probably 30 years now. The glue is starting to loosen from all of these years, and so it's a little bit, it's not quite as tight, but I can still pin into it, so that works super well. All right, let me take this off. I did not put the background itself up there because the muslin is practically the same color as the drawing room background. So there you can see how this will look. It's a big block, it's 20-inch finished, and I just took the little corners, because they're just tiny accents, and put them here folded. So they're the squares folded, and this is the exact size they'll be. If you wanted bigger ones, you could make bigger squares. They're supposed to be, as you can see on the repeat blocks, they're just little accents. And so there you go. So I think that is what I'm going to go with. It still brings the color. It brings that same color, but not that heavy intensity of black. That would, I think, just be too hard there. I've already got the black here, the black here. So I think I have 3 places is good. Okay, let's sew. Well, I wanted to see what that black looked like before I sewed, and I still want to go with the paisley, which is a little lighter feel. It doesn't have that heaviness. Like up here, at least it's balanced. I am going to consider, I'm going to audition, so we'll look at it. Once the block is done, I'll put it up here, and then let's audition some bigger squares of the black corners. Well, I have the half square triangles made, not cut in half yet, but they're the squares sewn on either side. And my friend Carrie Carr designed these clearly perfect trimmer rulers. And let me just show you, about them. So they come on this packet. There's 2 rulers. One is for full size, which I've already pulled the paper off, and this is the half size. So you're cutting at half size, finishing to a full size. And this is paper. You pull this paper off of here, and then you'll be able to see through clear like this. But it comes on this worksheet and it comes in a plastic bag, because on the back side of this, besides having really all the directions on the ruler itself, she gives you like a pattern on the back side of the cardboard it comes on. So you will want to keep this, and she provides it in a plastic sleeve, so you could just keep it in the plastic sleeve. She shows you with doing 2 at a time, and then also with strips. So there's different ways. Now I'm just doing the 2 at a time. So here are my blocks, and I actually need to take the paper off of this. So give me 1 sec. I am trimming to 5.5. It says it on the diagram here and in the pattern itself. And you will be doing like other trimmers where there is a dotted line. See the dotted lines? And I want the 5.5 dotted line. And that will go on the seam. So first I need to cut this in half. So I have 2 units that I'm working with. So we'll just put 1 unit to the side. And then now I'm going to cut this a little bit sideways here, standing sideways. I guess I could have used dark thread, but I didn't. Here is the thread, and here is that stitch line. So I'm taking that stitch line right on top of the thread so that it's lined up. And then when I do that, I can actually see out the each end here. I can see the thread peeking out. Let me just turn it sideways like this. I think you can see it better like that. So when I look, I can double check, like particularly if you know, like we often are matching our thread. And so here you can just see the couple of threads. And then you're basically trimming two sides, just like you do with other trimmers. But then she has this super awesome little feature of the cutting the dog ears off. So there's these little slots, and you just go and you cut off the dog ears so that when you open this half square triangle, everything is nice and straight on the corners. So I will be doing all of these and then pressing them open. Pro tip: before you sew, just lay it out, see how it looks, and then sew it. Here is the wedding block, wedding and tuxedo block without the corners. I don't have the four corners because I want to put it up here and then see if I want to change the size. I think I want to change the size of the corners just so that I get a little bit more of that black fabric in. So let's try it. Let's put it up here. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to get the other camera so we can look straight on. What I've done is put two sizes of blocks. There you can see them. This is the 2-inch like the pattern, and then I made 3-inch ones. So the top are the 2-inch, which when the seam allowances are done, you know, because there's no seam allowance yet, they'll be even smaller. And then there's the 3. So definitely I'm going to go with the 3. And that way, when I do this, hold on, I'm going to back up here. You can see how you get a little bit more of the black color in there. And I've also put, I think I want to put another little border around the whole thing. And so I've just got up here to take a look at it, the black sort of floral, and then these little millefleur buttons. So like, I kind of lean into the blue. Let me know in the comments which one you like. Okay, this is long. I gotta step way back. Here are the four corners on with a 3-inch cut size instead of 2. I just went up a little bit larger. I think it gives just another little bit of that color black down here, which is wonderful. So on my article today where you will download, I will have a picture, you know, straight on so that you can take a look at that and see it. Also go out and visit our ambassador Kendall at his YouTube channel because he is sewing along for not only What's in Your Closet, but he does his own quilt alongs, and he has some other of the videos that he sews some of my quilt alongs. So go and check him out. And then today we have a parade. Yes, a parade. I've done one for every block. So last week's shoes. Let's go see. We start the shoebox parade. Get that shoebox? With Charlene's blocks. She's showing 3 of us, including her shoe block on the right side. Really gorgeous floral that she has in here. Dawn's is beautiful with that sort of 30s yellow print in the background and that nice strong dark X through there. It looks so good. Deb's is gorgeous. The blues, she has a lot of blue in hers, so let's look at how she's pulling these fabrics together. They're in so many repeats that is wonderful. I love how you can bring in a sampler and repeat your fabrics through the different blocks. This is so good. Diane's really grabbed my eye. I love black and white prints, and especially ones that look like they're hand drawn, like the flower in the middle. They just really speak to me. I cannot wait to see all of your blocks. It's wonderful. Dottie is also using a lot of blue, and they're so pretty with a lavender. That lavender with it is gorgeous. Jennifer, she is using the some Alice in Wonderland fabric. I love whenever that pops up and I see it. You can see Alice there with the waves and the teacup and the pelican. Oh my, oh my. Here is Jill's gorgeous yellow burgundy flowers, pink in the flowers. Oh, just pulls all those colors out. They look so good. Karen's is darling with her rabbit in the middle. He's gonna get something to eat. He's so sweet. Now Kim has got a bunch of blocks to show us. So I've got 3 pictures. Here is the shoe block, which I love. Oh my goodness, that sideways stripe is wonderful. And then here is a group of them. She couldn't get them all in the picture, so we have the second side. They all look fantastic, just fantastic. Marcia has a group of them for us to see, and she has a lot of really sweet prints in here with tulips and a house prints. They're just so cute. Marilee is bringing all of her butterfly fabric, her gorgeous fabric, together with pinks and purples. Let's take a look at them all, one side of it together. Oh, so gorgeous. She also has got the owl fabric. So there is just, look at how she's pulling that all together. It looks so good. Marilyn, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. She is assembling it as she goes with these beautiful blues and tans. Just lovely. They're so lovely together. Patty's is a lot of aqua, peach. Oh, they're so sweet. I love these fabrics. And she has a nice big print. You can see it in the top left that she's repeating in a lot of the places. It looks good cut up into the corners. I mean, the little checkerboard sashings. It really looks good there. Sandy number 1 has a burgundy and pink block for us. Beautiful with a white on white. Gotta love it. And Sandy number 2 is a blue block with that light blue in the middle. That looks so good. Really, really good. Sharon, black and white. Look how fantastic the black and white is. Oh, I can't wait to see all of yours together. It's going to be great. Shirley, we've got the close-up, the single block rather, the shoe block. Teal and yellow. This is just my thing right now. I'm loving it. I need to do a teal and yellow quilt. Look at hers all together. I've been just following yours, Shirley, because I'm loving that combo so much. Sue Ellen's is pink. Look at the little heart fabrics and the poppies. And she says she loves to wear her Birkenstocks. I wrote that note down. It says the shoe gal. She's a shoe gal, she said. Wendy's is just beautiful. She used a different fabric in her 4 corners on the outside. So if you were thinking about doing that, you can see what it looks like. Now here is my block, and then we have a bonus. Here is mine from the solstice, where I did all primarily red and white. And I had a great stripe in there. Now we have Mary, who used block number 3 with a group of people, if I get this right. She did a charity project, and they big stitched it, so you can see the big stitching there, and here it is all together. Look, it's so fantastic. I really want to do that multiple block from block 3 myself. I love it. The contrast of that white is so good that you guys did. That is just so effective. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your shoe blocks. Wasn't the bonus amazing? I still want to do that. Yeah, there's so many good things that I want to do. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments. And while you're there, please subscribe. It helps my small family business if you do that, because YouTube will share my videos with more quilters, who then will have more people here. So that's really awesome. So, okay, there we go. What's in your closet? The last block. And next week I will show you which of those little outer borders I did and the backing that I picked. And we'll be wrapped up for this one of our Block Wednesdays. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.